share with you block dimension. So this is a great technique to create seamless dimension throughout the hair. This technique is also very low maintenance. I know that's very important to some clients. So we all have clients that are either looking for a drastic change, maybe something that's just super drastic, which would require lots of color or multiple colors. Then we have clients that are looking for a change, but maybe just something more subtle. So with this technique, we are going to enhance or elevate the color that she has. We're just going to be creating some subtle dimension, mainly focusing on the interior or inside of the hair. We are going to go in and do some fine detailed work with just a few baby lights along the hairline, but the exterior or hairline is going to remain untouched. So our main focus for block dimension is going to be soft, subtle dimension that's seamless. Okay, now I'm going to show you sectioning for block dimension. So the first thing you're going to do is establish where your client parts her hair. We are going to say that for our model today, she parts her hair in the middle. So looking at your application guides, you will notice that what we're going to do is create two diamond sections. So we're going to have a top diamond section and a bottom diamond section. So the important thing about your top diamond section, this is going to be a more narrow diamond, and it's going to border your client's part line. So if your client parts in the middle, then we're just going to keep this narrow diamond symmetrical with that. Make sure we border her part line. If your client parts more to the left or the right, then you would just simply shift your diamond section. So what I did is I started at the very front where she parts her hair in the middle. I'm going to go back, create this diamond section, and I'm going to work all the way back to the apex. And make sure that your lines are clean. And this will be my top diamond section. And since she does part in the middle, this is bordering where she parts. So she parts in the middle, and our diamond section is going to border that. So this is our diamond section for the top of the head. So this is our top diamond section. Working from the apex of the head, where we have this point from our first diamond, we're going to go down to behind the ear. And we're just going to clip this out of the way. We'll do the same thing on this side. So working from the point of our first diamond at the apex, we're going to go at a diagonal down to right behind the ear. And then we're just going to pin this up out of our way. From here, we're going to work with these lines. So I'm going to go from this point at a diagonal down to her nape. And then same thing on the other side. So from this point, we'll go at a diagonal down to the nape. So this should come to a point down here, and this is going to be our back diamond section. So we have our top diamond section, which is more narrow. We went from the point of that diamond section down to behind the ear on both sides, and then from those lines down to the nape, creating our back diagonal shape. Okay, now we're going to start application for block dimension. So speaking to elements of design here, we are going to have a foundation color a highlight accent, and then a low light accent. So we'll have 2 accents with this technique. Our foundation color is going to be what our model currently has. She has a 7 CG currently, so that will be our foundation color. Our highlight accent is going to be the cream lightener plus 20 volume. And then the low light accent will be 3 parts 6C to 1 part 8C in the Demi-Permanent. And then at the very end, once we have completed application, shampoo, condition her, we'll go in with a glaze of equal parts 8C and clear at the very end. Okay, so we're going to be starting at step 2 on your application guides here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in following the diagonal of your diamond parting starting at the back. This way or this way, totally up to you, but as long as you're following the diagonal of this parting, either way you can go in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, take a section, and I am going to create a weave. I'm going to go in with my highlight accent, so my cream lightener. And I will saturate this whole section. So this look is very versatile, so if you wanted to add more depth at the root, or you wanted a more balayage look, you can go in and do your V or do your W here. You don't have to fully saturate working up to the scalp with a weave. So this is just going to depend on the look that you're going for. But with this, we're just going to do a basic weave, taking it all the way up to the scalp. So once I've fully saturated that, I'm just going to fold this up. I'm going to take this section and pin it up out of my way. And then right under this highlight accent we just did, I'm going to take a slice. Just a thin slice. And as you can see, we have the fallout of our weave in with this section. And I'm just going to create a micro weave. And I'm going to put my low light accent right here. So with this, we have our highlight, which is just a basic weave, and then our low light right under this. So what this is going to do is we're going to have the low light living right underneath our highlight, which is going to basically add dimension to that highlight. So what we're doing is adding depth to the highlight, giving brightness and dimension, but also maximum diffusion here. So we are going to do the same thing, working our way up this diamond, again following the diagonal of this diamond. So we'll do this 3 to 4 more times. Okay, so we did our back section here. Again, I worked with the diagonal of this diamond shape in the back, going all the way up. So one section or grouping is 2 foils. So you have your highlight on the top and your low light accent on the bottom. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 back here in the back. Again, this is super versatile. If you wanted a look with even more dimension, you could do more sectionings or partings. If you want something that's less dimension or more subtle, then you could do maybe 2 to 3 groupings or sections. So from here, I'm going to move to the top of the head. Okay, starting now in the front of the head, we are going to be on step 3 on your application guides. And what we're going to do now is we are going to outline your top diamond section. What I mean by that, I'm going to take down these 2 sections that I pinned to the side. So I'm going to work on this part. So I'll have my highlight weave right here and my low light micro weave right underneath. So this will be one section or grouping. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. So I'm just going to outline this top section. Okay, so I did my outline. So I did just the outline of the diamond section on the top. Now I'm going to go up into this top section and create a smaller diamond basically. I'm going to go up and do the same thing right on top of what I just did on both sides. Step 3 on your application guide, you'll see we're going to be doing 2 groupings or sections. So we did one outlining. Now we're going to go up and do one more, going into that top diamond section. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I have my first 2 where I outlined the diamond. Now I am moving up into the diamond. So I'll have 1 and 2. Okay, now we're going to start on step 4 on your application guides. So what we're going to do is we are going to start working behind the ear now, and we are going to create diagonal back sections. So I'm going to take this part and just pin all of this up. And I'm going to do diagonal back sections. So what we're going to do is 2 to 3. Usually 2 to 3 is typically how many you can fit here, groupings to incorporate all the dimension that we've put throughout the interior this far. So also keep in mind we are going to be doing just our baby-like detail work around the hairline. So I've started back from almost the middle of this foil at a diagonal back. Pin this up. So I did one diagonal back, and then I'm going to do another one, working up. Okay, so I have 2 diagonal back sections above the ear. I'm not going to go in and do a third one because I'm getting pretty close to the back section here. Again, this is super versatile. You could do 1, or you could do smaller sections and do 3 to 4 right here. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side now.
Once I finish my low light accent here, I'm going to go in and do my detailed baby lights. I'm just going to do 2 baby lights along the hairline on each side.
Okay, once we completed our baby lights, now I'm going to let her process at room temperature for about 30 minutes or so. Once she's done processing, I'm going to take her, shampoo her, condition her. Then I'm going to move into step 5 on your application guides. So I'm going to put a glaze. I'm going to do equal parts of 8C in clear in the dim eye. And I'm going to process that for 15 to 20 minutes.